guys, welcome back to my channel, Vikings Season 6, Episode 9. We got 2 episodes left before the mid-season finale, or 2 episodes left before they take a break before 6B. Now, I don't know how long they're going to wait in between 6A and 6B. I assume 6B would come out probably the end of 2020, towards the end of it, which is quite some time. So hopefully this episode is good enough that it will leave us with things to question and speculate on for 6B. I think 6B is going to have amazing payoff, and the storylines that are brought into Season 6B are probably going to entail Floki. I mean, towards the last couple of episodes, they've really been incorporating the Floki storyline, and I'm just wondering where he is. The last time we saw him, he was dead. I don't think he's dead. I really do not want to believe that he's dead, because that's not a proper send-off for a beloved character. So, what was a proper send-off for a beloved character was episode 7 with Lagertha. That was just extremely emotional. That was probably the most emotional that I've been on the show, watching the show. Like, Ragnar's death really killed me, but this death and the whole funeral with everything that's happened since Ragnar's death, it just made it so much more impactful, because the whole show they've been talking about, one day we'll meet again in Valhalla, whatever, and then I was just not expecting to see that last shot with Ragnar. It was just beautiful. With everything else, we got King Harald as the king of all Norway. I assume Bjorn is still pissed about that. In my eyes, I don't think that Bjorn is really fit to be king. I don't think that he was ever really fit to be king. I think that he's more of a warrior. He's more of a Ragnar type of character. And Ragnar wasn't really the best king either, if we're being honest. Ragnar was more of a warrior. He was a nomad. He traveled, and he was, you know, a warrior. With Ivar's whole storyline, that's going to have to start moving things along a little bit, because what's going on there? I mean, I really don't know. The last time we saw him, Oleg was freaking out, fucking crushing Igor's puppet. That poor traumatized kid probably hates his uncle. What I will say is that I have been liking Ivar a lot this season. I've always liked Ivar, but season 5 definitely, Ivar did a dip for me with the whole god thing, the god complex thing. Definitely did a little divot there in his character for me, and he wasn't really my favorite. But this season, he's kind of toned down a little bit, and I don't know if that's because he's going to snap one of these episodes, because he's plotting, he's playing this game of chess with Oleg, where Oleg is definitely one step ahead of him, because Ivar is continuously confused by everything that Oleg says and does, and especially with the introduction of the girl Katya. I just think that Oleg is one step ahead of him. But I do really think that the relationship between him and Igor is genuine. I think that Ivar, although he killed his child, he longs for and wants to think of what would have been had he had a son, had he had a child. And I think that Igor is kind of like that to him. He's like a mentor to Igor, and he really prides himself in kind of grooming this kid and not allowing Oleg to really influence him, which I really like, and I really appreciate that storyline. I appreciate that relationship of Igor and Ivar. So hopefully that amounts to something good and it doesn't go to shit. And with that, I'm going to shut up and get right into the episode. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into episode 9.
What there?
You know, I really thought that was going to be Floki.
Welcome, welcome.
That was very much a tease.
I was sailing west from here, along the land, when a storm blew my ship off course. Then, one morning, the sun rose behind me, and I saw it. I saw a new land. The winds blew me all day down the coastline.
Why did you not stop there?
The winter tides were too strong, and I was swept away. And in the morning, I found myself back in the open ocean again. I was fortunate enough to find a small island with game and water.
You will sail with us. You will try and find this land again.
To the Golden Land!
And what of Floki, huh?
Yeah, what of Floki?
I never met Floki.
Floki had disappeared before Other arrived and sailed west.
It has been a long day. I am tired.
I am so impressed by you.
Impressed? Why?
That you're not jealous that you allow this to happen.
I think Gunhild is jealous. I think that she's just smart and she knows that what she needs to do
Eric,
to make everybody happy
you saved my husband's life,
is just to
but you did not save mine.
let it happen.
I am with child, and I am married to a demigod. Don't talk to me about ridiculous things, about human jealousies. I thought you were above them. I thought you were a free spirit.
I mean, she is human. It is valid to
Now you are
feel
free.
jealousy.
Going to marry my husband. With my blessing.
I mean, this is just like Ragnar and Aslog. Lagertha didn't appreciate that, but she needed to let it happen. Here's the thing though, Ragnar made that decision because Aslog was fertile and Lagertha wasn't. Bjorn just wants to have so many bitches.
What is the problem?
The baby is lying in the wrong position. Torvi cannot deliver it naturally.
C-sections had to have been fatal at this point in history, right? There's no way. It's either her or the baby dying. Are we about to lose Torvi? Oh, damn. Oh, it's sad.
Not yet. Sweet darling.
People are gonna think someone is dying in my apartment.
Yes, it's coming now.
They are scouts. But where from?
He felt like this. Oh shit. Is that Vitzerk? Oh, so Vitzerk made his way to Ivar. Vitzerk has been normal for the past episode though. Ever since killing Lagertha.
By probing our defenses, they plan to invade our country with Ivar's help and knowledge. How pleased he must be. They won't move their armies in the winter. We have until spring to decide what to do.
In your heart, you know what you have to do. Harald is king of all Norway. You have to reach out to him, offering peace and a united front.
You say that because of your history.
What do you mean?
What?
I've been told King Harald asked for your hand.
Girl, shut up. You just got married to him. You don't know shit.
Kattegat cannot stand against Rus.
And Gunhild is correct. We must make common cause with King Harald. I charge you to leave virginity to King Harald's kingdom.
What do the Rus believe in?
They're Christians. Then we are not only fighting for ourselves, but for our gods. And with Odin's help, we must succeed. However impossible the task.
I bet you episode 10 is gonna end with such a cliffhanger, like before the war breaks out between the Rus Vikings and them.
Mother, I was a long time ago, a monk living in England. My name then was Athelstan.
Aww.
Athelstan. I was sent to a seminary in Rome. They chose to send me out into the world as a missionary. To take the word of God to those who had never heard it.
What is happening?
I still remember my sea voyage to Scandinavia. And I had met a Danish wanderer by the name of Otter. But he was sick, and I buried him. And I took his name.
You lied.
You might as well give up now. Here's the cross you used to wear. How could you have forgotten? You were baptized as a Christian.
Yeah, but he didn't do that for real. He did that as a matter of circumstance.
Get well. Get strong. We shall unleash our forces against our brothers. They will bear witness to our triumph.
I don't think it's gonna be that simple. Also, this shot is very interesting with the light only hitting Ivar. Very interesting.
I killed her. Now she's dead. Who? You know. Lagatha. The bitch. You thought it was your fight? It was mine, Ivar. Mine.
He's just happy that she's dead. Now he has a little
I
pet.
killed her.
Vitzerk is literally his little bitch.
I killed her.
I don't think Ivar cares, as long as she's dead. Ivar's mind is elsewhere.
I did meet Floki. I knew Floki.
Did Floki know that you were a Christian? So what happened here? Why did Floki just disappear? I know something terrible must have happened. Was it Chet?
Was him. He needs to
Floki
be
left
taken
because
care
he had
of.
no hope left for humanity.
He gave you his ring.
It was his most precious possession. I beg you to take me with you on the voyage to find the Golden Land. It means everything to me.
Is your name really Athelstan?
Floki hated Athelstan.
You have no idea what that name means to me.
And to Floki. Floki killed Athelstan.
What do you want, you old fool?
The only reason you kept me alive is because one day I might say something wise. Listen to what he has to say.
I actually agree with Olaf here.
He risked his life to return here.
My greatest ambition, the purpose of my life, was to become king of all Norway. Why must I be dragged down? Forced to rely on unpredictable allies and unreliable?
You gotta defend your spot, bro. You gotta defend yourself as king of
Why does it
Norway.
have to be like this?
Like, they got an army coming up against them.
In my dreams, it was never like this. If Bjorn's forces, his warriors, and his shield maidens come to me to protect the capital and not Kattegat, then I agree. We can be allies, huh? Why not? Why not? I am sure that Bjorn will agree. After all, they're most likely to agree.
I agreed.
Bjorn is stubborn,
Send word
though.
to Bjorn to move his forces here. It seems like we need all their help, after all.
Why is Harold being so cocky? Does he not believe that this is an actual threat?
What do you think?
About Oleg?
Not about Oleg. About his wife.
Oh, I thought she was attractive. Rather provocative.
Nothing else? She's Freddy's.
Freddy's is dead, Ivar. I saw her body.
Yes. I know. I killed her. But now she's come back, and I do not know how. But it is her. She's identical.
It's
You're
like
still crazy, Ivar.
reincarnation. He's not crazy. If he's crazy, I am too. That bitch is Freydis. Damn. This army is huge. And they have no idea what's coming. Harold has no idea.
Who can resist such an army? Nobody. Not King Harold, not Bjorn Ironside. There's my good friends. It's the end of paganism.
Ooh, Ivar does not look happy about that. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so what I will say is that I thought that this war was going to happen at some point before the end of 6A, but now obviously that was pretty naive of me to say because I forgot that we have an entire rest of the season to go. We have 6B coming up. So obviously this war is going to be saved for then. Harold and Bjorn, I don't think they realize how insanely large this army is that is coming towards them. I really don't think that they understand the gravity of this. Now, Bjorn is going to get a message to come to the capital with Harold instead of defending Kattegat. Knowing Bjorn, do we really think that he's going to go do that? Do we? I mean, he's stubborn, and he wants to be king of Kattegat, and I think he's still very salty that he didn't win the king of all Norway because he thought that he had it in the bag. I don't know. The only person who seems to know the gravity of this situation that they are about to experience is Olaf. And I never thought that I would say this, but I've actually been liking him the past couple of episodes because he's the only one that's of sound mind enough to really tell others that this is a serious threat. I mean, Harold is I think he's very power drunk, and he became king, so he's like, yeah, I don't really need to do anything else. I'm king. Whatever advice I get, okay, I guess I'll do that. He doesn't really truly understand the gravity of the situation that they're feeling, or they're about to. He doesn't really understand the gravity of the situation that they're about to experience. Now with the whole Floki storyline. We still don't know where Floki is. I don't think that we're gonna see Floki next episode. I think that that's probably gonna be saved for 6B, because I think fans have been waiting for it for so long, including myself. We've been waiting to see Floki for like a season now. It's like, come on, we've been waiting so long. We deserve to see Floki, and even if he does die, we deserve to see a proper send-off with him. And there's so many talks of Floki that I do not believe that he's really dead, and I think that it's painfully obvious that he's not dead at this point. In regards to everything else, Gunhild clearly does not appreciate the presence. I don't even know what the other girl's name is that married Bjorn, but we saw that they had a little wedding ceremony, I think it was this episode, or she was being released from her work and then married Bjorn. As much as Gunhild tried to show to us that she wasn't jealous and that she was all for it, and kings always, have 2 women, 3 women, whatever, it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. She's human, and there's always that human need to have all the attention on you and all the love on you. And Gunhild is just human in that respect, and I don't blame her. She did say that Ragnar did the same thing, but Ragnar did the same thing for different reasons. Lagertha couldn't have sons, and Ragnar had a prophecy where he would have sons, and he wanted sons. So Aslog was the one that was going to be able to provide him with sons, whereas Bjorn had a perfectly good woman, was going to have children with him, and decided to go and screw that up again. So poor judgment on Bjorn's character, but I guess it aligns with everything that he's done in the past. He's the same old Bjorn. I thought that there would be a little bit of growth with his character, and there has been in some ways, but in that respect, I don't think that he's ever going to settle down to one woman. And I thought Gunhild was going to be that woman. I thought that she was strong enough for him, good enough for him. She would have been good enough for me. I guess she's not good enough for Bjorn. But also it's the culture. I'm analyzing Bjorn as a specific character, not really taking in the aspects of the culture. I guess it was normal to have multiple women at one time, I guess. But Bjorn you could see that he was even conflicted with that decision. But even you could see that Bjorn was even conflicted with his own decision. So clearly it's a matter of Bjorn's individual judgment rather than that of an entire culture. With that being said, the Rus Vikings, that army is on its way. And I don't think that we're going to get a battle next episode. I think that's going to be saved for 6B. And I think it's going to be very intense. But with that look that Ivar gave Oleg at the end, obviously Ivar is going to come up with some different type of plan, because he knows that he doesn't want to see the end of paganism, or he doesn't want to see Christianity rise. He's still Viking. So I don't know how Ivar is going to get inside of Oleg's mind and sabotage his plans, but I look forward to seeing him try and plan everything out leading up to that point. But yeah, I guess those are all of my thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already, and I will see you guys for episode 10. All right, bye guys.